Good morning. Time for some more Monday morning motivation. During the weekend, I was reminded about planning and what it can do for you. And essentially, when we look at planning, we generally think that we're planning for something to happen in the future. And the future can be now if you want it. I recall when I was first introduced to planning, I was told all about planning for the future, and of course the future seemed an awful long way off. And it's not. I recall people that I ran into who were at that stage, my now age, who were telling me that life changed in the blink of an eye and it was gone. The things we enjoyed in our youth were no longer. It seemed really strange to me that it could pass so quickly because everything seemed to be happening. It was fine. There was plenty of time. As I learned to plan, I learned that the future can be brought to a time that you want it to be. By sitting down and doing a little planning about what you want to achieve, it's easy or easier to work out what needs to be done in order to have those things come to fruition, to develop, to arrive in the physical space that we occupy. And when you are able to nominate all the things that need to be done, it makes it fairly simple to do those things, to plan out what's going to happen, to put in place all of the building blocks, if you will, that deliver the outcomes that you want. Just looking at something really simple, on the weekend, we, among other things, we went to the theatre. And as we were going to the theatre, I was thinking of all of the things that we put in place to allow that to happen. And it was all well planned. Everybody knew what was going on. And of course, we were having quite a discussion as we arrived at the theatre. And some of the theatre staff overheard us commenting to one of our group that this was the first visit to a theatre. As a result of that, the theatre staff made sure that it was a memorable event by providing a memento that is going to be thought of for years and years to come. And that will be a great moment for that particular person to look back on and find it enjoyable regardless of what the date is. So in business, is it any different? I don't think so. In business, if we make our plans correctly and we determine what it is that we want, it's up to us to determine when it's going to appear. It can be a long way off, and we can choose to have it a long way off, or perhaps it's something that takes a long time to create. On the other hand, perhaps it's something that we've determined we want to take a long time to create, but perhaps we don't need to. It depends how you look at these things, and it depends what you're able to do to make it happen earlier. So if you're unclear about planning, please talk to somebody that can give you some help. The biggest difficulty I think we have in business is trying to do things on the fly. And doing things on the fly is often fraught with difficulty. Whereas if you're able to plan it out, it becomes something that's relatively easy to do. It's this step followed by that step followed by another step. That makes business ever so much easier to cope with and to achieve the results that you want to achieve. As part of the planning that's available through Business, we've created the Business Life Planner. I'd encourage you to get yourself a copy of that. It's available in the comments beside this live. You'll find a link where you can go and check out what it is and how it might help you, but it certainly gives you plenty of opportunity for identifying what your goals are and identifying what is necessary to achieve those goals. As a part of that, You might find that your life runs more smoothly, your business runs more smoothly, and you achieve the results that you want far more quickly. That's what planning's all about, identifying what you want and how you're going to achieve it and in what time frame. So it's up to you to decide these things, and by going about it in the right way, you're going to get a much better result. So go and have a look at that. Enjoy your week, but do go